cutting horse was born on the open range, where ranchers would gather vast herds for branding, doctoring, and drive them up the famous trails to feed a hungry nation over 100 years ago. Some horses were better suited for separating a cow from the herd, becoming the royalty of the remuda. Ranchers would brag and bet on who had the best cutting hoss, and competitions arose. These select few were crossbred to create what we have today.
In a big round pen, the spirits are high, and every once in a while, good hoss come by. There's a loose rein, saddle on tight, sitting in the middle, make money tonight. Run like hell and turn on the dime, get yourself a hoss like mine.
Howdy folks, Kenny Emi here for the Weekend Cutter. Come join us as we take you on a trip from the practice pen to the show arena and let you listen in as top cutting horse trainers prepare their students to compete in the Western industry's most exciting equine sport. So sit back, relax, and you'll learn what it takes to become a top weekend cutter. Iconoclast Sports Boots. Visit westernlegacysales.com.
This is Mark and Marcia Chestnut. We insured our first horse with Roger Peters Livestock Insurers over 30 years ago.
And that's where the friendship began.
We'll always call Roger Peters to insure our horses.
For peace of mind, you should too.
Oh, baby, come on. Baby, come on. Baby, come on. It's so neat to meet you, baby, where the action is. Oh, baby, come on. Oh, baby, come on. Oh, baby, come on. It's so neat to meet you, baby, where the action is.
Hey folks, thanks for joining us this week on the Weekend Cutter. Here's the Champions Cup. Be sure and stay tuned. At the end of the show, we'll show you how to get the DVD so you can see the entire historical event of 50 years worth of Futurity Champions. And our first one up is last year's Futurity Champion, Lloyd Cox.
Yeah, Lloyd won it last year and had a heck of a run, marked at 2:30. I remember this boy when I first saw him. It was early 80s. He was working for a fellow named Jerry Bell in Hickory Plains, Arkansas. Didn't have a pot and a window to throw it out of, but you could see talent. Of course, Lloyd is no slouch to this arena. He's last year was the first year he won the Futurity. But I judged this thing in 2004, I think, and he was like second and fourth. I mean, he's been knocking at the door for quite a few years. When they started out, he was living down there around Brenham. I got to spend a lot of time with this boy, and he's got a lot of talent. And then last year, he showed Alice Walden's horse, Rockin' W, and did an outstanding job. I mean, he won it, and really had it coming. Nice pony.
Well, Keith, this next young man comes from a long line of cutters. This is Bo Gallion.
Yeah, it makes me feel old because I used to take and show with his granddad. He comes from a cutting family. Kenneth showed when I was first starting and did a good job up in Arkansas and was a heck of a good hand. And then of course his daddy and me, we showed all over the country, Jody.
There ain't much you can say about this next young man and the horse that he rode in on.
Well, yeah, we can. We can give him a pretty good cussing. I've known him ever since he's a pup. He's just as big when he was 14 as he is now. I went to their ranch there in Mobile, Alabama, and the kid had a picture of me on the wall and asked me to autograph it. Here the last few years, I've been carrying pictures around trying to get him to autograph them mine. He's been really tough. He's showing the horse he won the Futurity on, and he's had a heck of a career.
My goodness, listen to the crowd go for Highbrow CD and Austin Shepherd.
How can you not go for it? This is quite a horse, and everybody loves Austin. He's a good cat.
Here
Oh,
he
he got
goes.
some this time.
Here he goes.
He's not scared to ask him on out there.
Looky here, looky here.
He lives over pretty close to me, and we get to see Craig a lot. He really works hard at it, good Christian man, and he does a heck of a good job. And this horse was really, really a good horse. Still is. Great run, great start.
Nice.
He's been a good hand. He's used to show a lot up in the Oklahoma, Missouri area, and he's been really competitive. And I think he won the Futurity in 2006. He was riding Highbrow Super Cat. He's really got a nice horse here.
We got us another Gallion boy here. He won this thing on Spots Hot a few years back, and he was still a non-pro. He's one of the only 3 non-pros that's ever won this. Dr. Hamilton and Spencer Harden are the only other 2. Spencer will be showing us Dr. Hamilton's passed on. This boy is just like some of them Doc Bar bred horses. It's bred into him.
And he stepped up there and got him a black cow cut and letting him work. His horse got a lot of style, really gets in the ground pretty.
Oh my goodness, looky there. The crowd loves that stuff right in the middle. Now, look at there.
Yeah, Craig
Craig-
got caught up on top of him there.
Yeah, he showed the crowd his Wranglers. Good guy, good friend. Love him and the family.
This was Tag Rice. This is Ronnie's boy, and he had a storybook year with this mare right here.
Well, Keith, here's Shannon Hall. He won the Futurity on Shania C.
Yeah, she was quite a mare. She was out of a mare called Lynx Melody, which Larry Reeder showed that won the Futurity. But this boy's done a good job. When I first met him, he was just a little snotty-faced kid. He was up there in Illinois or someplace around St. Louis. One of my old buddies here, known him forever. Ronnie's done a wonderful job. He's a Rice, and all the Rices have got cow bred into them, whether it's Sonny, Ronnie, Boyd, Matlock, the whole crew have done really, really well. Theron, they're
just all
Tag, yeah, you mentioned Rice, you know you're talking about some people with a lot of cow in them. But this man here has done an outstanding job and is quite a fellow himself, and he's worked really hard at it. And he can show a horse. He won the Futurity on Some Kind of Memories, and I tell you what, she was outstanding mare. He was world champion on her a little later than that. And Mike has a training operation over at Stephenville, and he does an outstanding job.
I'll tell you what, you can't shake this line of horses. Sweet little Pepto.
He got a work ethic that can hardly be matched by anyone. He got in with Bobby Pigeon, and they had the big ranch over there in Weatherford, and they've done outstanding. He's really showed his horse. He's had great horses ever since I've known the man.
Great family man. Good girls, both his girls, just good family. And I admire the way he shows a horse.
Well, anybody would admire the way Paul shows a horse. He sits so quiet on a horse, and you can't beat the man. He's been a force in this. I first met Gary, he was living out in California. We had a mutual friend out there named Harry Rose, a big snaffle-bit man, wild man, but that dang, we got to knowing each other. And Gary was a kid coming along. And since then, he's really, I guess you'd say his horses are the most solid if anybody's going. all the non-pros love to follow Gary, because just like his brother, he's a really good hand on a horse, gets a horse showed real well, knows his cattle, and he's got a well-trained horse here. He's going to get his part of it. Been out to Bar Ranch for several years, and I'll tell you what, he does a good job showing his horses and training his horses. Everybody loves to show a horse behind Winston because he does a great job of getting them broke.
Hi, this is Austin Shepard. The Weekend Cutter will be right back after these messages.
When you feed a Purina product, you're definitely going to see a difference. The work that we do here at the farm really contributes to horses overall.
No one else invests the time and energy and effort like this research farm and the horses we have here.
They're just, a spectacular animal.
Stay tuned. We're busy here and we got a lot more work to do.
See the Purina difference. Take the 60-day challenge and save on Purina feed. Sign up at purinadifference.com.
Smart and slick. According to Equistat, 205 shows, 203 checks. Come get you a Smart and Slick. Alpha Equine is home to some of the finest performance horse sires of our time, and Dr. Baker is a 45-year veteran of the equine breeding business. When you're ready to breed for excitement, visit alphaequine.com.
Hi, this is Tag Rice. Welcome to the Weekend Cutter.
Well, no, going back to that 93 Futurity win, that was Bob Smokin' Joe. That was a horse owned by Pingal in Graham, Texas.
Yeah, Pingal, that horse really had a lot of draw style, and John won that thing and had it coming. There was no doubt about it that year.
Good horse. He got him showed well, and Russ has been a good hand he lives up Idaho, I believe it is, and I tell you what, don't get to see much of him, but he's a good fella and a really good showman. Does a good job showing his horses. Call him a boy. That dang, he ain't no boy no more, but that dang, he seems like I knew him ever since he was a pup.
He looks full grown.
He is.
Now they said he was just going to ride around the judges' stand, but he decided
he couldn't stand it. When you get on a horse, you got to go cut a cow. Standing ovation.
Well, Keith, here is the patriarch of the Galian clan, Jody.
No doubt about it. He's done well, and he's even got his daddy over in the corner taking and holding herd for him.
I'll be darned, he sure does. So we're looking at 3 generations sitting here in the pen right now.
Exactly. I've known Jody since he was a pup. He used to show a lot of pleasure horses, and he's one of the first people that put the head collection in a horse and brought it to the cutting horse, and that's one reason he's been successful. Now everyone does it, but he got those horses really collected. Yeah, and she's tough too. I'm gonna tell you what, Kathy will dang sure get a horse show. She's one of the 2 women that's won the Trudy Hurd and Lindy Birch, and you never count her out at any cutting because Kathy is so competitive. There's not a time she's not going to try and beat you.
Hey folks, thanks for joining us. We're out here with Libby Long, the winner of the Run of the Week contest. Libby sent in her run from Fort Worth back in the summer, and did really well, and it got picked, and she won $500. Libby, congratulations.
Thank you, Kenny. I appreciate it.
Tell me a little bit about that horse you were riding.
This horse is 12 years old, is out of a Smart Little Lena, and the mare, his mama, is a Little Angel Pep, and John Ag Creasy trained him. His widow actually sold him to us when he was 6, and he is 12 now. And it was actually the last horse that John Ag got to train before John Ag passed on. So.
Wow, that's
Yep.
awesome. Tell me what it was like when you went into the herd on that run. Did it feel like you were fixing to throw down a slam dunk?
No, not to be honest. No, I was nervous. My head was not in it at all. A little bit, but not to say the least. I was not ready to win this. I had just gotten out of school. I was nervous. I couldn't say my name. I was just like, okay, we're just going to go down there, throw down a run, get through 10.5 minutes, and then we're going to go home. We'll end up winning it, and I was so pleased to death. I was happy. I was just like, I'm amazed, absolutely amazed. So.
Well, you did a great job.
Thank you.
Libby is a third-generation cutter. Her grandfather, Wayne, and her dad, Waylon. Waylon was actually very successful in the youth. And we also today have with us Paige Kincaid. She is, Paige, tell us what you do with the NYCHA.
I am the second vice president for this term.
Well, and the reason we have Paige here is because Libby won $500 in this contest, but she has opted to do something. Tell us what you're doing with that check.
I plan on donating it back to the NYCHA because this is my last and full year of a youth, and I decided to give that back to the NYCHA. So.
Well, that's awesome. So, with no further ado, I'll let you hand that to her.
Thank you.
Paige.
I just want to say thank you to Libby on behalf of the whole NYCHA, and it is greatly appreciated to keep the youth going and keep the future of the whole cutting industry going. Thank you. It's greatly appreciated.
Well, I tell you what, these kids, if y'all haven't figured out by now, I'd rather show you kids cutting than I would grown-ups. But it's what they're doing at the NYCHA is making it possible for these kids to go on and see lots of success when they move out of the NCHA into the other ranks that you go into.
Yes, sir.
Libby is a perfect example. She goes to school during the day in Weatherford, and then goes to culinary college in Fort Worth in the evening, right?
Yes, sir.
So busy young lady and finds time to cut. We're proud of her. If you had to tell everybody out there about sending in those runs for the Run of the Week contest, what would you tell them?
I would definitely send them in because you never know, you might actually have a chance to win, and I would definitely send them in as much as you can. So yes, definitely.
Well, thank you, Libby, again.
Thank you, Kenny. Appreciate
Paige,
it.
thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you all for watching The Weekend Cutter.
Hi, this is Buster Wells, and The Weekend Cutter will be right back after these messages.
Wrangler Premium Performance Cowboy Cut Jeans. Comfort that works as hard as you do. 20% longer lasting denim. More comfortable waist. Premium Performance Cowboy Cut Jeans. Wrangler. Long live cowboys.
The Weekend Cutter Monthly Magazine for all the news, stories, and updates from top trainers, riders, competitors, and fans of our sport. Go to theweekendcutter.com, scroll down, and click on Subscribe to our magazine. You ever think you'll see this again, Buster Wells showing at Will Rogers?
Hi, I'm Lindy Birch. Welcome to the Weekend Cutter.
Yeah, Ronnie's been a friend of ours for years. He used to show a horse called Personality Doc. He was in the top 10 on him several years. And when he won the futurity on Doc Purr, I think that was 1984.
Yeah, Joe won this futurity twice. He had Triple Crown winner with Okie Coyote. And then he had a mare called Colonel Lil that he won futurity on.
Look at here.
He's from Thatcherville, Oklahoma. Joe, I've known him forever. Getting a good run today.
Well, Keith, some people have called this lady the First Lady of Cutting.
Well, there's no doubt about it. There's nothing, you can't mention cutting without Lindy Birch. She's the first woman to win the futurity, first woman to win world champion open horse. True legend coming up now, Kenny. This is Larry Reeder. Been in it for a long time. Got his start in California. Moved back to Oklahoma, working up around Claremore up in that country for a man named Blue. And then he won the futurity like in 78 on Lynx Melody. And has had some great champions. Some of the best horses ever going have been out of some of the horses he's ridden. If I could talk like him, I'd own Texas.
Politics was his second calling.
Well, he should have been. I think he would have made a great politician. You have to put Tom in the same class as Leon. They will talk your arm off. But good fella, good friend, been friends for years. I judged the futurity in 1972, and he had a horse in it called Doc's Lynx. Leroy's got to be in his 80s now. He does a good job. Had a horse called way back there called Cross Timbers. It was real tough, hard to beat horse. Leroy getting along pretty good today. He won the futurity there at Dallas. We had it 2 years in Dallas. We had the first 2 years at Sweetwater, 62 and 63. 64 and 65 we had it at Dallas at the State Fairground. And he was riding Miss Ginger D. And him and Diddy Sundberg split it. They were co-champions there. He's 83 now, and I hadn't seen him in I don't know how long, but he looks really good. Great for his age.
Well, Keith, tell me a little bit about Mr. Funderburg here.
This man here, he split the futurity with the rider that was just in front of him, Bob Bird, 64. But he's one of the great trainers. People don't realize it. They saved the best for last.
Well, I tell you what, here's the man, Buster Welch.
I used to work for him. Well, I was with him for 3 years. He taught me how to cut.
I spent a lot of time with him when he had that old ranch there. He worked for E.C. Boyd on King Glow. And had Leo Huff working for him. Between them two of them, I learned about everything I knew about that.
I only spent 2 days with him, and I got griped at for more things than I can't care to remember. But he sure taught me a lot in 2 days. Look at here. Look at here. Go ahead.
He's a wealth of information, this man here.
Buster. Standing ovation for Buster Welch. That's amazing.
Well, folks, I hope you enjoyed that. That was a condensed version. Be sure and go to theweekendcutter.com
Get your copy of the Champions Cup DVD so you can witness the entire historical event. Be sure and come cut up with us a little bit next week on the Weekend Cutter.
Watch him go, you feel the tingle of the fire and the blood. Run like hell and turn on down in the sand, all the mud. Catch your mares with corn in a can, take 'em on down to the big man. Put 'em in a featherlight mill tonight, haul 'em, roll 'em on down the road. Take 'em on down, take 'em on down, take 'em on down like a lane. Take 'em on down, take 'em on down, take 'em on down like a lane. Then the money starts coming from everywhere around the braid to your baby Lena. You just might be the richest man around your town has ever seen.
Visit theweekendcutter.com's merchandise page for all your shirts, caps, t-shirts, decals, anything you need to look like you watch The Weekend Cutter. Be sure and go to The Weekend Cutter's Facebook page and like us.